You know, your body can still adapt. Your muscles can still grow. Your balance can still improve. Your energy can come back. Even after 50, even after 60, even after 70. And honestly, I think this is one of the most hopeful things modern science has discovered. Because people don't actually fear getting older. They fear becoming dependent, needing help getting out of a chair, feeling nervous on stairs, struggling to carry groceries, losing confidence in their own body. And somewhere along the way, many people quietly start believing, maybe this is just aging. But what if some of it isn't aging at all? What if part of what we call getting old is actually loss of movement, loss of strength, loss of confidence, and years of slowly becoming less active? Because weakness is not always age. Sometimes it is simply inactivity. And that changes everything. Now let me say this clearly. This episode is not about becoming a bodybuilder or a fitness fanatic. If I suddenly arrive at Woolworths looking like if I compete now in international fitness competitions, please organize an intervention immediately. This is not about six-packs act. This is about your freedom. Freedom to travel. Freedom to play with your grandchildren. Freedom to walk confidently. Freedom to keep living on your own terms. And honestly, the older I get, the more I realize strength is deeply connected to dignity. There's a word most people have never heard before, sarcopenia. It sounds very dramatic. Honestly, it sounds like a dinosaur disease. But it is real. Sarcopenia is age-related muscle loss. And the frightening part, it happens quietly. Not dramatically, quietly. A little less walking every year, a little more sitting, avoiding of stairs, avoiding effort, moving less every year without really noticing it. And over time, the body adapts downward. Research shows adults can lose meaningful muscle mass each decade if they stop challenging their own muscles consistently. But here is the hopeful part. The body can adapt upward too. That is what excites me so much, because science now shows us something incredible. Even people in their 70s, 80s and beyond can still improve strength, balance, mobility and enduring. Think about it. Your body is still listening, still adapting, still responding. I think sometimes after 50, people speak about themselves as if life is already over. Meanwhile, the body is standing there quietly saying, I'm still willing to work with you, but we must give it something to respond to. Movement, challenge, consistency. One thing I notice over and over again is when people lose strength, they slowly lose confidence too. Not overnight, gradually. They become more careful, more hesitant. Then, eventually, fear enters, and fear changes people. After one fall, some people stop traveling. They stop walking outside. They stop trying doing things. Not because they are lazy, because they are afraid. And fear shrinks your life. That sentence stayed with me deeply. Fear shrinks life, but strength expands it again. Wow. And this is why I think strength matters more than weights after 50. For decades, we were obsessed over thinness. You know, the smaller waist, smaller clothes, a smaller body, fit into number 8 clothes. But modern science is changing the conversation, because after 50, capability matters much more. The question is, can you stand easily? Can you carry things? Can you move confidently? Can you stand up of a chair without using your hands? Can you trust your own body? That matters. Not perfection, capability. One of the most fascinating discoveries researchers found is that strength training changes more than just muscles. It affects the brain too. Your mood improves, your confidence improves, your sleep improves, and anxiety often decreases. And honestly, I think many people over 50 are carrying far more exhaustion than anyone realizes. Not only physical exhaustion, life exhaustion, emotional exhaustion, years of responsibility, caring for others, financial pressure, loss, grief, disappointment, reinvention. And after enough difficult seasons, many people quietly stop believing that they are capable anymore. And that is the heartbreaking part. Not the wrinkles, not the grey hair, the loss of belief in yourself. And sometimes rebuilding physical strength slowly rebuilds emotional strength too. Because every small victory tells the brain, I am not finished yet. And often it starts ridiculously small, like a walk around the block, chair squats, light resistance bands, standing on one leg while brushing your teeth and hoping nobody walks in while you nearly fall into the basin. Small things, but small things becomes momentum, and momentum changes lives. Sometimes I think about two grandmothers. The first grandmother slowly stopped moving over the years. Not dramatically, quietly. She sat more, walked less, avoided effort because she constantly felt so tired. And eventually, small daily tasks became so exhausting. Getting up from a chair became difficult. Walking through a shopping center became an exhausting, overwhelming exercise. And slowly, her world became smaller. Not because she was weak as a person, because the body adapts to inactivity. Then there was the other grandmother. She didn't become a marathon runner. She wasn't obsessed with fitness, but she kept on moving. She walked, she did her own gardening, she played with her grandchildren, she used her body consistently, and years later she still had the strength to travel, laugh, move confidently and participate fully in life. And that's the difference movement can make. Not perfection, not extreme workouts, just consistent movement. That's all. So let's make it practical. If you want to protect your future independence, focus on 6 things. Number 1, strength training. Push, pull, lift and carry. Your muscles need resistance, not punishment, resistance. You do not expensive gym equipment. You simply need to use your muscles consistently. Number 2, protein matters. Older muscles need adequate protein to maintain and rebuild strength. and many older adults unknowingly undereat protein. Number 3, sleep and recovery. Sleep is where much of the body repair happens. Recovery matters. 4, balance training. Balance is equal to independence. One fall can change someone's emotionally overnight. Simple balance exercises matters enormously. And yes, kitchen dancing absolutely counts. 5, mobility and flexibility. Strong muscles with stiff joints are not ideal either. Movement variety matters. 6, consistency. This is the real secret. Consistency beats intensity every time. 10 minutes repeated consistency matters more than one heroic workout followed by 6 weeks of regret and muscle pain. And here is the beautiful part. You do not need an expensive gym, complicated machines, or athletic ability. All you need is a starting point. That's it. Start with chair squats, wall push-ups, marching in place, arm raises, stretching, walking. 10 minutes, 3 to 6 times a week. That's enough to begin changing your future. And as your body adapts, you slowly increase the challenge because the body keeps responding when we keep asking it to respond. And please do not compare yourself to younger people online. That is not your competition. Your goal after 50 is not perfection, it is preservation. Mobility, strength, freedom, a body that still supports your life 10 years from now, that matters. So, if you take one thing from this episode, let it be this. You are not declining nearly as much as you think. Your body is still listening, still adapting, still responding, and every small movement you make today is an investment in your future independence. Because strength is not really about muscles. It's about freedom. Freedom to move, freedom to travel, freedom to participate fully in life, freedom to becoming, and maybe this next chapter is not about decline at all. Maybe it's about rebuilding. Rebuilding your strength, your confidence, your energy, and your hope. Because life after retirement is not about stepping back. It's about stepping into who you were always meant to become. And if you want a simple place to start, click on the video on the screen now for my gentle 5-minute morning routine designed especially for people over 50. And remember, I am not a fitness training. It is easy, simple, and not professional. But it is out of my heart. Please remember to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.